Have you ever told yourself, I couldn't communicate well because I don't know fluent English or I don't speak fluent English? Well, that is the biggest lie you have ever been told related to communication. And I'm going to break it down into four parts where you can build your communication without the flamboyant, flowery English. And then I'm going to tell you one step to work on your communication and to build it, break you free from all the lies that are being told about communication. So let's get started. First of all, let's understand, is English is equal to communication? Now, if that's the case, then all the people who speak English as their mother tongue would have been the greatest influencers, CEOs, and would have been the biggest source of success right now. Well, that's not the case. Native English speakers also struggle exactly the way we do. I'm not a native English speaker. English is my second language. And yet, if you see, there are a lot of successful people, a lot of great communicators are there, even in the regions where communication or English is not the first language. Now, if English is not communication, then what is communication? And here are the four things you need to remember when it comes to communication. English is just the language, it's just a medium. You can be a great communicator even without English in another language. Now, if that's the case, what are these four things that define communication? Number one, it is clarity. Number two, it is structure. Number three, it is influence. And the final one is trust. And it follows one step at a time because without clarity, you cannot build trust. And I'm going to decode that for you today in the next 10 minutes. Stay tuned. First, what is clarity? Before you could even speak, are you clear in your head? What are your key points? What do you want your audience to do after listening to you? And what are you going to create or influence in others' mind? Now, if you are clear about that, the way you deliver, after you are done delivering, are your audience clear about whatever you just shared? Do they understand you in the very first attempt? Or do they feel confused? Do they feel overwhelmed once you're done speaking? Now, if they feel confused and overwhelmed, which means there's no clarity inside your head, and that is the major reason they're also not feeling that clarity. Even before I started this particular video, I did a thorough research. And the first thing that I asked myself is, what do I want my audience to understand and to do, take action right after this video? And that gave me a proper structure or proper clarity. I just want you to believe that communication is not English. Communication is clarity, structure, influence, and trust. And if you see, I've started this video with that very first line. And you are right now clear about that. So we are in the same page, same sync right now. Whatever I wanted to share, I shared it in the very first few seconds. And that is the power of clarity. If I'm not clear before starting this video, if I just wanted to share random stuff about communication, at the end of the video, you will ask saying that, okay, what did I just hear? And what do this person want me to do? Now, if that ends up as the output, then as a communicator, I have failed. If you have clearly understood what you are supposed to do and what is communication at the end of this video, which means I have succeeded in my attempt to share about the concepts or aspects of communication with you. The second thing is about structure. Now, fine. In our head, we are clear about what is the concept that we are going to share. But if we don't put it into structure, then we'll not be able to share it with impact, share it with power. Imagine this. If I have not created a structure of what am I going to share, how am I going to open this particular speech or video? What are my core concepts that I'm going to deliver? And how am I going to end? If this is not clear, I would have started with hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm Yogeswari. Hi, actually I'm doing this live after a long time, and um yeah, I mean, will you even listen to me? And for the last few seconds, whatever I was rambling, does any of it go into your head? I'm sure you would have been way too distracted by the actually part sounds rather than focusing or concentrating on the message. Now, that is the power of structure. When you structure your speech, you will exactly know how to open your speech. What are the core concepts you are supposed to share? How to end your speech. If you want to learn about structure, I've shared it in my last live. Please go and watch that. And that is the second pillar of communication, structure. It helps you to share your message with power to create impact. The third is influence. Communication is not English. So, is communication talking a lot? Does talking a lot considered as communication? Well, it's not. Communication is all about influencing the decisions, influencing actions, influencing people. Were you able to influence the decisions in your organization? Were you able to influence people to listen to you? Were you able to influence people to accept your idea? Now, if that is not happening, then you're not communicating, you're just making a lot of noise. And that noise will get rejected by people. Now, if you are ever wondering, I am actually speaking in the meeting, why no one is accepting my ideas? You are actually creating noise. You're not influencing people. Now, what is the difference? A noise means I know this is right. This is what we should supposed to do. If we don't do this, then we might end up somewhere. There's no specifications over there. There's no proper data backing up over there. There's no proper reasoning over there. There's no proper structure over there, and there's no clarity over there. Now let's understand what is influence. Influence is, first, you are clear what is the outcome you want. Second, you have structured it in a compact way because so that when you share with power. It reaches and it lands in the other person's mind. And third, you have the data and the numbers to back every word that you say. You just don't say that we should do this process. You will say that this process helps us to achieve the results in 50% lesser time, lesser cost, and lesser manpower. Are we ready to do this? Now, you see the difference. We should follow the process. Now, when you say we should follow the process, you're just ordering people, and people don't like taking orders. But when we say this is the process that helps us to achieve the result in 50% lesser cost, lesser time, and lesser manpower, it makes sense. There's a lot of logic in that. People accept that, People see. When people accept, it becomes their decision. Your suggestion becomes their decision and they own it. That is influence. And finally, trust. When you share a message, two people trust saying that this this person can lead us to success. If not, you're not communicating, you are just confusing people. Confusion is the opposite of trust in this case. Because when people are confused, when you share a concept, a message, and they're way too confused how, what, and why, then the trust is not getting built. Simply saying that we should follow the new administration policies because that's how it is. A great leader won't do that. A great leader would understand the what, why, and how. And we'll start with the new administration policies has a lot of benefits for our team. And if we follow that, we will be able to achieve massive results. And in turn, we will also be rewarded massively. Now you see, there is some logic, some sense over there, and people start trusting. There's clarity over there. There's what, there's why, there's how. Why should someone follow that? What are the steps to follow that? And if I get stuck by any chance, how should I go about it? Now, when you have your what, why, and how clearly laid out, trust gets built in that. Now, after understanding these four pillars of communication, your one simple step towards building your eff- effective communication or efficiency in the way you communicate is simply you should stop asking, why am I not able to communicate properly? Or how can I improve my English and make it even polished? And start asking, how can I improve my clarity when I communicate? That is the first stepping stone. So, from the next time, every single time you communicate, ask yourself, am I clear about what is the outcome I want? Am I clear about what am I going to deliver? What am I going to speak? Have I structured it with my proper opening, the key points, and my proper ending? Have I backed up my points with data and facts so that the decisions are getting influenced? Am I including the what, why, and how in my speech so that I can build trust? With this, I'm sure you're going to take your communication a notch above. I'll see you in the next video.